So this one's about mobile technology, smartphones in particular, with the awesome, massive battery power, well, electric power they've got, apps and all the devices that they use. And I've seen a few videos on Facebook about putting four together with the heads, tops of the phones pointing inwards, like a square, and popping corn, corn in each phone. Someone will call each of the four phones, and there's four friends sitting like a dinner party trick or game, and they fit the phone, the smartphones, and the corn pops in the middle. And it's quite astonishing to watch, and scares me a bit because I think about how hot my head gets when I use the phone a lot. It feels like it's got blood pressure in it, and I wonder if it's like radiation coming from either the signal network, the actual electronics in the smartphone, making me head hurt. I don't know what it could do to you. Radiation. See, head's electronics, or electrical signals. That's all electricity is, ever will be. That is designed or found, like what it was like, put together, and the electrode and the diode or whatever it is connected to find out that you can power, juice comes out of it. So it's only a development and modification of that as the computer design and technology developed in the 1970s and 80s, and it become what would normally have been capacitors and resistors and diodes and the rest of it on a printed circuit board soldered on the back, became micronically reduced down to, well, silicon chips. I can believe that. Was miniaturized exponentially year on year, well, month on month. The new product came out with more power, more memory, more this, that and the other, all the specification, a smaller size, and with 6 months there'd be a new computer, faster one, better one, more expensive, or same price, but like you'd get chips for your old one that you paid £1,000 for 6 months earlier, something like that. And it was the 90s definitely, and the 2000s, and it's all. I just wonder where the technology's gone, or where it's going, with the apparent end to this constant repeated miniaturization of computer software, hardware, and silicon, or chip-based like circuit boards. Sorry about that. Where it's gone, it obviously into smartphones, and this drone, like flightless technology, it's pilotless technology, and sort of manner of strange like surveillance devices and that weaponry, obviously, could be used for. And I mean, smartphone technology specifically, it's become, it's like everyone wants a smartphone and has one, wants the best one, and it's been either marketed or pushed or Obviously, you can use it as a fucking telephone. Excuse my language, sorry. But it's a computer, and there's a torch on mine, a flashlight. It's brilliant to the camper van. It's as bright as anything. It uses up tons and tons of battery power, though. And it's this that worries, it like occurs to me, that these batteries on these smartphones, like, flake out in, like, certainly within a day if you used it a lot. I mean, mine sometimes goes from full to 20% in an hour in the van if I'm playing YouTube videos, or I was like accessing sort of like data, obviously. Like, what's that in a network, in terms of a network? You know, and so why couldn't there possibly be a smartphone technology or device or app or system of monitoring us? And seems to me it's like the most obvious first function that I could possibly think of. Anyone, what's the other purpose of it? You know, it's a crap computer, it's fucking useless. I've got a pocket, it's a tiny little screen and phone, isn't it? You know, sound quality's shit. It's just like, seems obvious, like technology being designed to monitor, surveillance, controllers. Well, potentially, why not? Why not? Why wouldn't they? And it's all now this hacking and blocking, allowing or blocking, and internet protection and security software. What's that? Is that needed on a phone? Why do we all need that? Why should it be? That's a problem, or made like one of the main problems of having a computer is stopping people from looking at it. You know, the Royal Mail, send your letters to the fucking other side of the country, or town or country, mistakenly. People open it and read the most personal information, or checks come through the post or whatever, and fucking send it back through the post. Or phone them up if there's a contact number and say, hey, I've got your £5,000 cheque here, and or you know, a letter for your daughter or your granddaughter towards the school fees, and you'd send it back, wouldn't you? When I used to work at the co-op, we found 200 quid in a envelope at Christmas on the floor. Someone dropped it took it to the supervisor's office. You didn't keep it, do we? You know, if the community trusts each other, the humans in the community trust each other, like to look after each other's interests and help, or be considerate, you know, remotely, or, you know, not, even from town to town and city to city. I mean, country to country, you used to have pen pals of fucking America and South, everywhere in the world, China and Japan, and it was about, you know, fellowship and companionship on, you know, from a pen, in a pen, like letter, someone, and you pursue it because you like it, it's interesting in the other person's perspective and view. And that's like smartphone technologies. Seems to be, parts of it seems to be like very dark components of it to do with on computers, to do with like surveillance and you can take off somebody or prevent somebody from taking from you, or prevent somebody else from getting. I think possibly. Wonder.